Hello and welcome to another week's edition of the Weekly Waller Review Show.
Hi everyone.
We had a brilliant week last week with...
And this week.
Yeah, and this week, okay. That's fair. Friday night we started off with a lovely winner in Dornwall, regally bred.
Very well bred filly, and looks like she's going places. And it was an impressive win, come from last and won convincingly.
Yeah, exactly. And then straight into Saturday we quickly backed up into having a very good treble.
Yes, 3 times.
Which has been the theme of the week. No, it hasn't. We had four on Tuesday.
And then 3 seconds yesterday at Warwick Farm. Never mind. Horses are going terrific.
Exactly. It's good to see Blake McDougall. He's riding out of his skin.
He is. He's riding well. Won on Religify. It was a good race to watch. He was quite convincing in the finish.
And then one on Tuesday. Putting on back into form, so that's good.
More to platoon for Jeff and Mary Grimmish.
Gave it a ride like a senior.
He sure did. Good horse. Maybe going places. What else won on Saturday?
Lipari. Backing up into this week.
Brenton Abdallah did a good job for Leopari, New Zealand horse that's been over here for a few months now and creating quite an impression. Yeah, he does run on Saturday.
And Montauk going for 3 weeks in a row.
Brenton Abdallah again. Yeah, he made it 2 wins in a second from 3 weeks. Really improved. Picking up some good Sydney prize money.
Absolutely. What about this week?
Richify is still picking up Bob's bonuses.
Yeah, outstanding.
Yeah.
He's been just such a good servant.
So 54,000 prize money plus 36,000 in Bob's. It's a pretty healthy pay packet for Sydney owners at the moment.
Absolutely. What's happening this week?
Winks is racing.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
You excited?
More apprehensive. Very happy with her. Couldn't be happier. She's going terrific. Work was good this morning, which was her final fast piece of work with Hugh Bowman aboard. And just breezed up the straight, a little bit stronger than what we call evens. And ticked all the boxes. Everything's gone to plan. She had a good break. She's had good build up. She's had the 2 trials. The horse looks terrific. It's going to be a warm day, but there's a lot we do on warm days to keep the horses happy, Charlie.
Absolutely. And what about the heavy 9?
I think it'll be fine. We had a lot of rain. It's nobody's fault. Can't beat natural rain. Doesn't interfere with tracks as much as irrigation. It's basically been a fine day since Wednesday afternoon. Yep. This morning's a hot day, being Thursday. There's no rain forecast. It'd be a hot day again Friday and a hot day again Saturday. If anything, Charlie, it might even save the horses having a bit of moisture in the ground. Yeah, it'll make it steamy and a bit humid, but that green grass creates a bit of, I believe, protection against the heat.
Is that so?
Well, completely different to when you're on bitumen or in a dry paddock or something like that, or on dirt. It gets really hot. On green grass, nowhere near as hot.
Okay. Well, we'll go straight into it then. Randwick, race 1. We've got Invincible, barrier 1, Hugh Bowman.
Needs the track to improve to at least a 5, otherwise he won't be running. And I guess it's a decision we'll have to make Saturday morning as to how much the track will improve through the day. Because it'll at least, once the track starts to drain, it'll drain quickly, but the first 24 hours or 48 hours after that 100 mils or so of rain they've got, it'll take a while. So I'd expect a significant improvement come Saturday, albeit the first race.
Okay,
but he's going well.
Cawthon's Power, barrier 4.
Yeah, it's been a bit frustrating. 2 starts ago we rode him too close. Last start we got too far back. The race suits, good draw. Hopefully he can slot midfield, not do anything, and finish off strong. He'll appreciate a bit of giving the track.
And the ultra consistent Hogmanay.
Yeah, he would prefer a good track just like Invincible, so hopefully for his sake he gets back to a soft 5. Gee, he was tough last week. He was never going to win the race. He only got beat probably a neck on the line.
No, he was
and
brilliant.
On the line he was just as strong, so another run over a mile and we'll probably try him over 2,000 before the prep's out.
Okay, and Leopari.
Flying, dead set flying. He should have won 2 starts ago. Prior to that ran second. We've found the key to him is race him over a mile. And Brenton Navdella's got the key to him as well. So
Absolutely. And only 53 on his back.
barrier 6 in a field of 8. Loves a wet track.
Okay, then into the staying race, the 2400 metres. We have Regal Monarch. Loves the wet track. He'll be hoping it stays the same.
Yeah, loves the distance as well. I don't know how he's going to like the heat though.
No.
He's still got a bit of his winter woolies.
It's tough on them.
It is. That's
First
my
year.
only query. If he gets through the day all right with the heat, and I'll just explain a bit about the heat. They're only really exposed for probably 10 to 15 minutes in the direct sunlight. Outside of this, yes, they're in hot weather, but they're kept
shade.
relaxed. They're in shade where there's a good breeze. If they show any hint of sweating, we'll hose them. Nice cool shower. So really it's only that intense heat under pressure for probably 3 minutes in the race and 10 minutes either side, less. So I'm sure he'll be fine, but it does take its toll on some more than others. And look, at least he's racing over the right trip. Barrier 4, Hugh Bowman. He'll be hard to beat.
Okay, and what about Vassal?
Well,
Stepping
Vassal
up.
and the Rumour File, they're back up to 2400. I think they had a little. Well, Vassal mightn't have tried up to 2400, is he?
I think it's tried once, isn't it?
Maybe not this prep, is he?
No.
So we'll see how he gets the trip. Barrier 11, it's not going to make it easy, but it's a long race, so we'll see how we go with him. The Rumour File, he jogged up to them 2 starts ago for 2400, but I think on that day they went along very
Incredibly
quick.
fast.
So a slower run 2400 might just see him improve. And El Novio backing up from Wednesday where he ran second. We'll make sure he's fine Saturday morning before confirming he'll run. But at this stage he's pulled up well.
Okay. Later on into the day we go into the Apollo, the big one. We have Preferment resuming.
Well, he'll need a few runs, but it's important to get these lead-up runs into them. And when he's over a suitable distance, that's when he'll fire. He's come back well.
Track concern?
It is, but he can't win the race anyway, even if it was a good track. So he needs mileage into his legs. That's the only thing that'll get an entire like him fit.
Okay, and Libram.
Long time off the scene, but gee, he did a great job last prep.
You
I
did.
think he won, just having a look here now, 3 in a row, and then second in the Sydney Cup, and a brave second at that. He's got gate 13, he'll get back and run on, and Sydney Cup's his race this year.
Endless Drama.
Really promising horse, and he's now had the benefit of an Australian preparation. We've seen him trial well, we've seen him work well, and he's a horse that ran second in the Irish Guineas behind Glen Eagles.
Yes.
He is a quality horse.
Barrier 14.
Yeah, could be a bit sharp for him, and the draw's a bit of a concern, but he'll be the one to watch out of the race.
Okay, and Sacred Master, Barrier 5.
Pretty much the same as Libran. He did a good job last prep. He's now had a full Australian preparation, and we'll often see improvement from them, won't we?
Absolutely.
So, races like the Chairman's, I'm not sure if he's a genuine 2-miler, although he's been placed in an Auckland Cup from memory. But Chairman's is his race, and hopefully on to the Sydney Cup following that.
Okay, and Winx.
She's going very well, can't fault her at all. Her prep's gone perfectly well. Hugh Bowman was happy with her this morning in her final piece of fast work. She's drawn gate 3. She should just give herself a nice run, and
One to beat, obviously.
for sure. It's always a little bit of a concern, wondering how they've come back, but everything we look at has pleased me. I wouldn't have changed anything in her prep so far, and she's in for another good preparation here.
That's brilliant. And into the Spring Stakes over a mile, Suzanne.
Yeah, she's the first up run was okay, just that big weight, hot day.
Got a bump.
Got a bit of a bump, racing against the older horses with 60 kilos. She's throwing in this race on Saturday with 54.5, gate 4, Joe Ford, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she can bounce back.
Into the light fingers. Fox Plate.
Well,
Loves the wet track.
she made a name for herself in the spring, winning a similar race. In fact, 2 Group 2 races, and she was crowned the Princess Series winner through the spring. So, Hugh Bowman, Gate 3, doesn't mind the track conditions, as you said, and she's good first up. Really good field, but she should be hard to beat. She's come back stronger, isn't she? You don't think she's fat?
She's fit.
No, she's just stronger. She
Probably
probably weighs,
Saturday just put her right.
yeah. She's about 10 kilos heavier than where she was at last preparation, but it's simply because she's strengthened.
Just matured. Yeah. Okay, then into race 9, into the Triscay. We have Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, barrier 16 in a field of 14 with 2 emergencies is some concern. However, race 9, after a long day's racing, they might be looking for the middle of the track anyway.
Absolutely.
So get her to jump, switch her off with a bit of cover and see how she finishes off. Be worth following this prep.
Okay, into the last we have just Dukem.
Yeah, he's been off the scene for a long time, and I think he's had 3 trials since his long break. He's been okay in his work, probably need a run or 2, but anything's possible.
Okay. Head straight down to Melbourne where we have Hipparchus, barrier 10 in a field of 11, 1800 metres.
Good winner last start. Perfect ride from Ben Mellon. Well done, Ben. He had to get one right sooner or later. He just hadn't had much luck for us, Ben, and we did give him a call on race morning and said he needs to start.
Up.
Yeah. So he did a great job, and he's a good worker, Ben. He tries hard for the stable and does his best.
And then our chance to take out a Group 1, A-Rod in the All, barrier 1.
So I think he'll need the run. His trials have been fair. He's taking on Group 1 horses, as you said. He
Tough
looks
lineup.
well. He went very well in his only run during the spring, running 2nd with a big weight. He's got Gate 1 with Craig Williams in the saddle on Saturday.
Very tough lineup.
It is a good lineup. So
Multiple Group 1 winners.
if he ran in the top 5, I'd be more than happy. And I think he'll improve sharply on that.
Okay, well that's all we've got. Have a great weekend, punters and folks.
Non-punters. Not a punting show.
Non-punters.
It's for the owners.
Yeah,
people
punters
that are
and
interested in the
non-punters.
stable.
Anyone who has got the internet, we welcome you to watch it.
There you go.